Hey, it's Rob Smittix. We're here for No MSG TV, RadioRadioX.com, and Experience Monthly. And we're here with the band, The Broken View, at least several members of the band for The Broken View. If you want to go ahead and just introduce yourselves and let us know what you do in the band.
Hey, I'm Tyler Hayes. I play drums in the band, also produce and mix master.
My name is Austin Kranick. I sing and I write for the band. I produce, among other things like editing and all that nonsense.
Yep.
That's right. That is nonsense. And now, how many members do we have in the band? Who are we missing?
We're at five.
Three. There's three others. So, we're a little spread out. Right now we got Joe on rhythm guitar, Joe Martino, and John Lombardi. He's not here. But he's here in spirit. And right now, in Texas, our new bass player Tom Barvik. He's not with us today, but he's in Austin.
Austin, Texas. Yep.
Nice. Speaking of Austin, he's not in Austin. Just to be clear.
This is true. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. So you guys been up to a lot. You got some new music coming out. I know we're going to be premiering your single here today. Need a Friend, I believe.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah.
So tell us about the song.
So I wrote it actually during the pandemic. It was a song I was thinking about, like this whole concept of one night stands,
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just sat down and came up with this really groovy beat, and it was like, I had that like reggaeton, vibe to it, and I knew that I wanted the song to be like kind of like sleazy, but heavy all at the same time. And then I wrote the first verse, and I had the first verse and the chorus for a really long time, and I remember showing him, and he was like, I really like this, and it just wasn't the time because we had our other album coming out, and we wanted to make sure that the song was as good as it possibly could be, and it took a lot of time to get it right. We actually had like a couple of different bridges that I had a completely different bridge before than the one that you're going to hear, but we're super happy with the way it turned out. But it's just this really cool kind of aggressive, angry song about just wanting something more, and kind of not being appreciated, but like not like a really I don't think it's as angsty as that kind of song could be. I think it's more of like a relatable thing, that I think I
can relate. A lot of people can definitely relate to that. Mm-hmm. I'm digging the tune. You're going to hear it here in a moment, but I always like to kind of pick the brains of like a songwriter and what's going through your mind when you do it. Being a songwriter myself,
okay. Yeah.
I love taking from personal life, putting it in there. Not even that I love it. It's just kind of like that's the way it naturally comes. That's just what you're going to write about. It's so easy to write about heartbreak, so hard to write about, when things are just happy and peachy.
Absolutely,
and otherwise, the song's just going to be light and fluffy, and people aren't going to turn it and turn it down. One night stands.
Yeah, more like booty calls, I guess.
Booty call.
More of like a booty call, because, the chorus itself is like, called me up, said I want to be somewhere close to you, but not too close.
Right.
So it's kind of like this idea of keeping somebody at like maybe like a friends with benefits type situation.
Sure.
But so, but in a sense, you feel you're not like confused by this concept. You think it's very like understandable. However, it's frustrating. So you're like, you're going to keep doing this thing to yourself. And, no matter how much you feel for that person, you understand that they're probably never going to want anything more from you.
Right.
So it's kind of this thing of, and that's kind of what happens in the bridge. And like, I wanted to create it like this narrative way where when it gets to the bridge, the song goes somewhere else. And then it's this moment where you're telling yourself, just pick up the phone, that's exactly what you wanted to hear. You want to. So it's like almost like the phone is like taunting you. That's kind of like the whole idea of the concept. And there's so much cool sound design that we did. Like there's a phone actually like dial tone happening in the background, and it's a lot of stuff that's like super tucked away and ear candy. Once the album comes out on vinyl, I'm sure people will be able to,
I love that.
hear. And but it was a very narrative song that tells like a very cohesive story and build up to how the frustration builds into this this concept of being taken advantage of.
Sure.
But you're the one who's essentially letting yourself being taken advantage of. So it's like, what the hell am I doing?
And something funny about like when we were making that album. So Matt Noveski from Blue October, he produced our record down in his studio in Austin, Texas, Orb Recording Studios. And that was Need a Friend was one of the last songs that we worked on.
It came down to the wire there.
Yeah, and we were thinking about cutting it there, like from the album completely, which is funny because Another White Lie from our previous record was in a similar situation where we almost cut it, and then it actually became a more popular song off that record.
Yeah,
and
I never once thought it was a good idea to cut Need a Friend.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, let's just move on, man. And I remember just saying, hey, Tyler, no.
Yeah.
Like, just throw a drum beat down, dude.
Yeah,
like,
so that was the one take that we got. We just went into it, laid into the drums, and we moved on from that. But it was very close to just like, all right, let's move on to guitars or bass and stuff like that for the other songs. Because we were only in Texas for 2 weeks, so we were on a pretty tight schedule. But I find it hilarious that was the one that
ends up
almost
being one of our favorites.
And now that it's like finished and out and people are really enjoying it, it's always funny to me that was the one that almost didn't make it.
It's funny how that works, though, because there's so many bands that had the same situation, so many songs that would have got cut. Just somebody in the band wasn't feeling it at the time, or a lot of times it's maybe the record label that wasn't feeling it. No, I think it's the right choice with this song. This song is fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Now you mentioned something about doing. There's going to be a video with this as well, or?
So the video came out on Friday.
Yeah.
And
the video itself did. I didn't see it.
It did. The video came out.
Yeah,
I was busy.
We've been very busy ourselves. So
that was crazy.
Yeah, it was probably the craziest, tightest deadline that we've ever had for a video, and it came out on Friday, and it's doing really well. We have this tendency to need like a cinematic, literal film to go along with our songs.
So we make our own videos. So we film them, we edit them, we color them, everything.
Yeah, every single aspect of it.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't have the idea until 2 Wednesdays ago. So we had the band stuff shot back in October. Set up this really cool like edgy thing with all this plastic and brick wall and like lights flashing and stuff, because I was like, we should all be dressed like we're killers.
Right.
So we should look like crazy because the song's crazy, so we should look insane in the video. So we had that, and then I had all these other ideas going, and I just could not come up with an idea that felt like it fit the song until like literally 2 Wednesdays ago, to where we got on like a StreamYard and we were talking to each other, and I was like, we're writing this damn thing. Like,
we're figuring it out.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. And we landed on, what the video is with, and, luckily my brother's making a movie, so he knew all these these actors and stuff. So I reached out to RJ Farnsworth, who plays the main character, and my friend Taylor, and all these people, and we all came together and made this really, 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 really crazy, kind of scary, hyper realistic situation, because I didn't even realize how real it felt till it was done. And when I watch it, I'm like, wow, this is like kind of intense.
I'll tell you, the first thing I'm going to do is watch that video. When we're done, I knew the song was coming out. I didn't realize the video was coming out at the same time, so I missed it because I already heard the song before anybody else. So, haha. And we're going to still the exclusive radio premiere.
That's
today,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's cool. So we got that action going for you. So the dude from Blue October produced you, though?
Yes, Matt Noveski.
Matt.
He's the bass player for Blue October. He's a great dude. He actually came on to our podcast, and we got to do like a little interview with him. And he's just such a down-to-earth dude, and really helped us shape the songs to what they are on this next record. And we're can't be more thrilled to share them with everybody.
Well, I didn't want to talk, all Blue October all day long.
Even though I could,
like you got bombarded when you walked through the door here. Art
Dude,
for
I love
Debt.
finding other blue meanies, as they call them.
Art for Debt is with it blue heads too.
Blue heads, yeah, that's the one. That's one.
He's definitely that.
Yeah.
I'm a casual Blue October fan.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I love them or like them any less than anybody else or any more. It's just like, that's a cool song. But, yeah. So Art's got that Blue October whole thing covered. That's pretty much his whole show every day.
Dude, that sounds like me if I had a radio show. It would just be Zack Snyder's Justice League and Blue October.
Yeah.
So you guys got your own podcast now, too. I checked it out. What's the... the format, you guys open just to anything, or is it all one thing? Or?
Yeah, so we pretty much just get on every week. It comes out every Friday, and we'll answer. We have a Discord with full of our fans that they can ask us questions. We'll answer them live on air. Also, we'll just deep dive into the music videos, and then just chit chat about movies, music.
Pretty much talk about whatever.
Yeah, there's no real script with it. We just kind of sit down and have a chat, because we pretty much do it every day as it is. So we thought
we thought it would be a cool opportunity for just fans to get to know us a little better.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, if you're ever looking for a guest, I do guest appearances at a low price.
Sure.
It's funny though, because every podcast I pretty much been on has gotten removed because of I didn't reach the broke the standards of YouTube, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I got a foul mouth.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I think our last video got flagged because we said the F word too many times.
Yeah, but what is too many times?
There's no such thing, man.
Yeah.
What gets me is that, with social media, YouTube, same thing. A lot of people get dinged for really stupid reasons, or they get removed or blocked or punished. But then you got people selling their bodies on social media, naming prices and discounts and all that sorts of thing, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
No, but I can't say the F word. Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's all algorithms.
Yeah, the double standards, man.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
And they are listening all the time, and that really scares me. Art and I were just talking about Elvis Costello, and the next thing that popped up on social media was Elvis Costello. And it's not like he's Taylor Swift, everyone's not talking about Elvis Costello all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys Swifties?
I like Taylor Swift quite a bit.
My girlfriend is more of a Swiftie than I am, but
yeah, I think I fall into the same category. My girlfriend's really into Taylor Swift, but I like a few songs. I like "Delicate" a lot. I think that song's really nice. I also am a huge fan.
I don't think I would pay $900.
No, I would not. Isn't it like 9,000?
That's insane.
For some of them.
I think it is.
Crazy.
But either way, I dig some T Swift. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I got respect for her. She's doing her thing. She's bigger than the Beatles, bigger than Elvis,
Bigger than us. No.
bigger than all of us combined. My friend's son was actually the cook, like a personal chef on her bus for years. Had nothing but great things to say about her.
Yeah.
But then, other people say she's drinking blood at satanic parties. So who the hell knows?
Who knows?
Hey, man, we'll never know.
But I have a lot of faith in you guys and your music and your end product, and I really do. How long have you been around?
So we started in
2018.
Yeah. And then it was pretty much just, hey, you want to make music together?
Yeah.
And
we made the EP, and then
made All It Feels You, which kind of set the bar, and then we made something better. And then after that, we just started finding people that liked the music and wanted to play in the band with us so we could start doing live shows.
Yeah. And then something happened.
And then we did like 2 shows, and then the whole world shut down. So we were kind of forced to
Yeah.
figure out a different route. And
that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Great timing. Great time to
Yeah,
write,
I know,
though.
convenient timing.
Yeah.
But we
It was a blessing
worked
in
it out
disguise.
though. I mean,
Yeah,
like On the
'cause-
Mend, that album came out
Yeah.
amazingly. I mean, I am so happy with that album.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for the pandemic, I don't think it would sound the way it did because,
Right.
you know, I was probably really depressed. So, I mean, and like you said earlier, I mean, I heard Billy Joel say this so many times. It's so easy to write through turmoil, you know, than it is something positive. So,
So true.
it is what it is. I mean, you know, and a lot of people connect to that stuff because I think a lot of people find that, you know, they want to feel more common ground when they are down in the dumps rather than when they're positive, you know. I think when a lot of people are positive, you look at, you know, it might make people feel a little jealous. You know?
Sure.
I know when I see a lot of positivity around me when I'm not feeling positive.
Right.
It's like, God, man, are you so positive all the time? But, you know, it is what it is. You know, you just... you do what you got to do.
Well, it's funny, too. I mean, speaking about like the writing process and where your head is, and just thinking about, will this be a good song or not? My wife constantly tells me, like, well, you're still playing those songs about your ex-girlfriends. Why aren't you writing a song about me? And I'm like, because you don't want me to write a song about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? There's a reason. Actually, one of the songs... is actually about her when I was pissed, but she doesn't know.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I just always say it was my bass player wrote that song. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
It's not me. It's not about you, babe. It's not about you.
Blame it on the bass player.
exactly. You always got to blame the bassist. So what you guys got coming up? Anything? I mean, you got a lot, obviously, new music and everything. But what's on the agenda?
Yeah, so full album coming out in March. We're releasing singles up till then. I'm pretty sure there'll be one or two more singles.
Probably
before,
two more.
Yeah, before the actual album drops.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at a tour in the spring. Working on that. Finally be able to get out there and meet all the...
Unless another pandemic happens in that time, who knows?
that would just be bad luck. I think I'd just be like, I don't care
Dude,
anymore.
that would be so funny.
Yeah,
It would be so
for real.
unfortunate, but hilarious at the same time.
Let me tell you this: if another pandemic does happen and another lockdown does happen, well, first of all, people in America are not going to fall down and wrap their heads around it. They're going to revolt.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to tour anyway. I'll be out there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I personally would do, I'm telling you, I would.
Yeah.
I'd start this underground show thing. I don't
I
care
said the same
how
thing.
illegal
We
it
almost
is.
started that, yeah.
So we could join forces.
Yeah.
If this does happen, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Rob, we're a team now.
Yeah.
It's going to
Exactly.
be like the Dark Knight Returns, except
We kind of did that when On the Men released. It was still like things were starting to open, but like it was very like gatekeepy. Like clubs and stuff didn't want to like rely on the new band who didn't have any market experience to come in and
it's
put
still
together a
kind of
show
that way too.
and risk losing money on them. So we just kind of like rented out our own space, became like our own promoter for the night, and put together our release party.
Yeah, that was at the City Beer Hall in Albany.
And,
Nice.
And it
I used to
sold
work
out.
there, so I knew some people there.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
And I was like, hey, let me
Yeah, and
let me
it
do a
sold
concert
out.
here. I'll build a stage with him and we'll bring it in.
We built a whole stage, and did the sound, hired out that, and it sold out. People flew from all over the country to be there, and it was a really cool experience. And
That's awesome.
We actually just did another one of those little shows at the Galley.
The Galley,
which is where we got connected with you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of history there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shout out to the Galley. In
shout out to the Galley.
Yeah,
Love
we
the
love
Galley.
that place, man.
And they are our sponsor.
Yes.
City Beer Hall is not a sponsor yet, but they should be.
Yes.
Got nothing but great experiences there. My cousin actually got married there.
Oh, wow.
He basically lived at that place.
Yeah.
And because I don't think they have a lot of weddings there. It's not a wedding venue.
No.
No, I'm sure they don't have a lot of weddings as much as they don't have a lot of concerts. So
Right. Well, that needs to change.
I agree.
So start advertising with us. We'll make you the premier wedding and concert venue.
Damn. There you go. I mean, they got the space to do it.
They sure do.
They certainly could.
Yeah. I mean, when I worked there, we had concerts there. There'd be bands upstairs. We're not like the first people to do that, but
Right.
we were the first people to actually like rent the space as if it was like a private event and do it in that sense.
Yeah.
But they did have like, concerts going on.
What was cool was the wedding I was at. we had to be quiet and all hush-hush about it and not act like we knew, but Jimmy Carter's daughter, President Jimmy Carter's daughter was there.
Wow.
And I was born during the Carter administration, but certainly don't remember any of it. But as far as kids, like, in the White House, she was, like, the most popular kid in the White House ever. So she actually made a name for herself.
Wow.
So I'm just sitting there eating hors d'oeuvres with Jimmy Carter's daughter, and they told us to pretend like we didn't know.
Wow.
I don't know who you are.
I heard a rumor that when you're a child of a president, that you actually have to have Secret Service for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It's gotta suck because your parents decided to make that choice, not you.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
You know, look at like the Obama kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they just want to live their life, but they go out, they have a stupid night, and you know they end up on TMZ or something. And it's got to be wild.
Well, this last weekend I was in New York City. I went to go see Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon in the theaters, and we passed Trump Tower, and there was just security just in front of the entire door. Like you, people are taking pictures out there, but Secret Service does not mess around.
No, they do not.
You could just see him out there. It was like, oh boy.
Yeah, I actually had the Secret Service called on me once.
Oh my!
I made a joke.
Gotta hear this
on the radio about. So Bill Clinton was coming to town. He was doing a speech at SUNY.
Yeah,
and it was after he was the president. But not that much longer after. And anyway, so I made a joke about him, and I did not threaten the president. Let me tell you. I made a friggin' joke. Yeah. Everyone that heard it knew it was a joke. The radio station got contacted by the Secret Service, and I had to make an apology within like the next half an hour, or they were like, "We're gonna come down there."
Oh my god.
That's so stupid.
That's crazy.
You got to be careful. But yeah, they don't
mess around.
That's why I don't understand with like the social media stuff, because people in there, believe me, everyone went completely berserk and crazy in 2020. And no matter what your political belief is, like I didn't like stop being friends with you because you're like that guy or the other guy. I mean, you got your opinions, I got mine, but we could still be friends, right?
Right.
You know, that's kind of ended for almost everyone.
Yeah.
But people are online, you know, saying F the president and F the ex-president and stuff like that. But like, I didn't say that. Where's their Secret Service call? You know what I mean?
The double standard we just talked about. Yeah,
totally.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. How do you even monitor that?
You probably don't now. It's too many.
Yeah.
Too many people.
So anyway, we definitely got enough time going on here. We've talked quite a bit for the radio. We're gonna play the song for you right now, "Need a Friend," and when we come back, we're just gonna talk a little bit more.
Sure.
Sweet.
It's RadioX.
Thanks, guys.
Desperate, I'll rough time. Call me up and say I wanna be so
was the exclusive radio premiere of Need a Friend right here on RadioRadioX.com. The Broken View, you gotta watch out for these guys. Pay attention. You guys, I don't know, I didn't card you when you came in, and I should have before I gave you some of my, what I had underneath my desk there, a little bottle, but you're young guys, and I think you have a lot ahead of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're very eager to get out on the road and play shows.
Yeah, that's our main thing. I mean, we got our agent right now booking us some stuff in March. Nice. We're also trying to get on tour with Blue October. We've been doing a lot of things for the past year now to try to make that happen because that's just like a lifelong dream. Sure. For me, especially. The reason I got into making music is listening to them, and just to know that our fan base is so tight. Because they're always saying, they're like, hey, I love Blue October, you guys should go on tour with them. And they're saying the same thing to them. I love the Broken View, you guys should go on tour with them. So, it'd be a really, really cool
I think it'll happen. And keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Keep putting it out there into the universe, into existence, because I'm telling you, that kind of stuff really works. I was at my bassist house who lived in the hood where I grew up, and I grew up in the rough neighborhood. And we were talking about how, man, he lived there for like 2-3 years, no problems, everybody's chill, nothing. While we're talking about this, a guy got stabbed and murdered right outside of his house while we're having this conversation. So put stuff out into the universe, because that will definitely make it happen.
Yeah.
And being as young as you are, and I don't know about the rest of the bandmates that you have, but anyone married or have kids?
And no one's married or has kids. Yeah,
no. Keep that going as long as you possibly can, because that changes the trajectory. That changes everything. Yes. Right now you're in a position where, screw the job. You can hop into a van or a small tour bus and hit the road.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter as much as if you come back breaking even or even broker than when you left, because you got the exposure that you needed.
I said the same exact thing the other day. I had a long talk with him and our other bandmates about that. I was like, dude, I literally could care less about making money on tour. All I want to do is get in front of the people that have supported us since 2018 and who want to see us and hear that music and just share that moment, on stage with them. So, and that's the only thing that I care about.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's totally true. I mean, because when my band started really picking up, most of us had kids, mortgages, stuff like that. So we couldn't just drop it. I got a family of 5 depending on me. I'm like, how am I going to be like, peace out, I'm going on tour?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like we used to do like Northeast tours just so we can keep our full-time jobs. It looks great on a poster. You got all these dates, but if you really look at it, these are places that we can travel, 5 hours tops on a weekend just to get there. But you guys got the balls in your court. So just think about it and wear protection.
Yeah. we are ready. We got our van, we call him Guzzlin' Pete. It's got a bunch of bunks in the back, a little TV in there. Got Wi-Fi set up, little mini fridge. We're ready.
So excited. I want to tour nonstop. Like, seriously, if I could tour every single day for the rest of this year, I would. And that's all I want to do.
You're going to get there. I have faith in you. I have confidence, and I appreciate you guys so much. So, when, you're on whatever the biggest show is in a couple of years, and you're on their podcast talking. And
hopefully this one.
I hope so. I hope it is. Well, we are the #1 radio station in town 4 out of 5 years.
Wow.
And that's the people's choice. The people said that. And what's really cool about that is that's us beating all the FM stations. We're ahead of the curve. We don't need a stick. We don't need an antenna. We got 61 countries that are steadily listening to us, and our numbers are now hitting in the millions, where it's like, okay, maybe this is going to be the thing, And
Congrats, guys. That's awesome.
I hope it is us. But if it's not, just remember us and send us a card once in a while.
Absolutely, man.
We'll be back again.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.